Hey everyone, welcome back to Castlevania. I've decided to try this yet again. Okay, we're gonna try and tear this open as quickly as possible. Oh. Okay, so I think we're already off to a decent start, but I think basically what we want to do is keep most of the fighting here to the sunlight. Oh man. Oh dear, we're not doing great. I think we've destroyed the vampires more quickly though. He might be wondering too. He's like, "Wow, how do you know so much about vampires?" I had a friend who was very into vampires. Like, he thought they were the coolest thing. And I don't want to say like, "Oh, if you like vampires, you're a weird person," or like, I'm just saying like for me, I would never elect to become a vampire just because I think they have so many weaknesses. But some people think like they're the coolest stuff ever, which is like that's fine, man. Like vampires are cool. Like no disagreement there. I'm just saying like for me, I don't think that's something I want to be. Alright, and we'll get rid of you. I think he is making our job a little bit more difficult. Because the vampires I can, like, dance around, I think. Well, who knows? The vampires are pretty fast. And we're going to stake you for good measure. Alright, cool. So I think that was a little bit better than last time. We're going to open these windows as well, because we don't want to deal with more vampires. Alright, and... Okay, cool. So we got a checkpoint, so if we do die again, not the end of the world. And actually, we're running low on resources. So, I mean, if you want to become a vampire, like, please say so in the comments. I'm curious. Because a lot of people are really fascinated by them. But I would much rather, like, choose to be a werewolf than, a vampire, because werewolves don't like have the same weaknesses as vampires do. Like, yes, they're still like they're weak to silver and stuff like that. Like, they do have their weaknesses, but they're not nearly as bad as the vampire weaknesses in my mind. Do we read this? Where is this brother who is supposed to be the savior? Where is this warrior of light? More lies trumped up by the church to keep us subservient to their will, no doubt. How is it possible that God exists when He allows the murder and killing of so many of our brethren? Oh, and that's actually a really interesting conversation topic. But I guess we'll talk about this for a bit longer. Oh, and the music's peaceful. Thanks, music, for being peaceful. The whole werewolf... Yeah, so I'd rather be a werewolf, but like as far as like being undead goes, skeletons are a good choice because skeletons don't have a lot of weaknesses. And there's these things called liches. And liches are basically like skeleton mages, and they don't have many weaknesses. And that goes to being a skeleton too. So you might say, oh, like being a skeleton like means like you're stupid and you can't move around very quickly. That is true, but if you well, hello, travel scroll. Now instead of magic runes, the text engraved in the wall said to give the clues to activate them. There are 5 runes in total, 2 of which are blue. 2 runes placed on the west. Never. Okay. Same color. The north are both red. So west are probably... West is blue, north is red. I'm guessing. So which way is north is probably my next question. Anyways, okay, so for skeleton, anybody's saying, okay, they don't have much intelligence. Same thing for zombies, too. Zombies don't actually have a lot of weaknesses. But, like, they're stupid, so you don't really want to be a zombie. Ooh, this is... I am unsure which is north. Whereas a lich is specifically a skeleton mage, and one of, like, basically the requirements for being a, notes in there for being a skeleton mage is that you have to be a I think that's a train wreck of a sentence. Basically, you have to be smart, is what I'm saying, because to become a lich, like, you need to do like some very like high level magic. So typically, well, like, basically, in order to become a lich, like, you have to be a magic user, and more often than not, in like Dungeons and Dragons. Wait, hold on, you can't push that out there. High level magic users in Dungeons and Dragons are very intelligent. Yes, here it is. Okay. Whereas, and this is like the whole like vampires versus liches debate, because vampires are very powerful. Like, they have a lot of weaknesses for good reason, because like they're just strong. And in terms of Dungeons and Dragons, and this is like it depends on the media that you're watching, because everyone has like, every TV show or whatever has its different rules for like how vampires, zombies, or skeletons work. Like, they're always different. So I'm just saying, like, based on what I know, like on a general sense, liches. So we've already established like they're basically smart skeleton spellcasters, and so the only way you can become a lich is like if you're very like magically powerful. Whereas anyone can become a vampire, like a peasant can become a vampire. So, and more often than not, liches are more powerful than vampires. However, vampires can be more powerful than liches. Let's try this. So is this north? And I think, okay, this one will be blue and then one will be there. Nope. So when I say anyone can become a vampire, also like very powerful mages can become vampires as well. So, oh, this one was supposed to be blue. All right, gotcha. So if you have like a high level vampire mage, they can be stronger than a high level like vampire or a lich. But also too, if you have like say like a very skilled fighter who becomes a vampire, like he might be stronger than the lich too. Like the vampire lich thing, like it's like there's a lot of debate, but I think on a general level, liches are more powerful than vampires. But then also too, they don't have the same weaknesses, which is also really nice. So that's pretty cool. Wow, that gate couldn't go any slower if it wanted to. And that up there we can't even get up to. So actually, I think this will be a bit of a longer. Oh, that's bad. Well, the vampires are out. This is cool, guys. We're fine. I mean, there's a bunch more kinds of undead I didn't get to talk about. Like, say, there's ghosts, there's banshees. I mean, those are similar, but there's a difference. Like, we haven't even really scratched the surface of the iceberg. I mean, luckily there's like a magic font there, so I don't think we're gonna be in too much trouble. And I mean, if you guys have like questions about undead, like, I can try to answer them to my best ability. And most of my knowledge comes from like my one friend who's really into the undead and stuff. And talking to him, but also like just like Dungeons and Dragons had a lot more on it too. Like for me, undead have always been really interesting to me for some reason. Like I think I can't explain why it is. I just find them fascinating. Like the whole like vampire skeletons and stuff like that. Like that's cool to me. Like I think skeletons are cooler than vampires. Don't get me wrong. Well, I mean, but some people are think differently, and that's awesome. Like, it's cool talking to people about that kind of stuff because everyone has their different ideas or what they find cool. And I think appreciating that is, oh, we're getting destroyed by vampires. Never mind. I think that's all I mean, it's a little bit distracting right now, like, really going on about vampires when you're fighting some. But actually, I'm going to end the episode right here because I think I know what happens next, and it'll be a very convenient time for me to just to end the whole thing. I would blow up the house or whatever. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.